Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
What's that from?
I don't know. Okay, so today we're doing like a reaction discussion thing. We don't know what to call it. About WAKA FLOCKA and Tammy and what's his name?
Zoe, who kind of made it a discussion, but yeah, we just want to put our little 2 cents in.
Yeah, so you want to give like the rundown, like the basic?
So if you haven't heard or haven't caught up with this whole thing, WAKA FLOCKA, big time rapper, I guess, whatever. Maybe people don't know WAKA. Anyway, he previously made some comments about Dwayne Wade's daughter Zaya, and how I guess that he doesn't agree with allowing a child to make such a big decision. He also made some comments about not telling people how to parent their children. But the thing that was highlighted were the negative comments toward that. And now fast forward, WAKA and Tammy's daughter has come out as being at least bi-curious. I don't know if she's all the way lesbian. And he seemed supportive of that. So then Zoe responded to that as saying, oh, it's okay when your daughter does it, but you had all the negative things to say when someone else's child did it, or when a male transitioned to a female, and all the different labels and titles of lesbian, gay, LGBT-isms. So that's what we're going to react and respond to today, or discuss.
Okay, so my thoughts are, it don't matter.
First off,
mind your business.
What are your original thoughts on WAKA's original comments of Zaya's too young? And even we can talk about other rappers. Boosie had all of the negative things to say. I think T.I. had some negative things to say. So all these people that's saying negative things about this boy is too young to transition to a woman and make that decision
as a 12-year-old. Okay, so here are my thoughts. I think that 12 is young. It is very young. You're still developing, but you're not oblivious to what being gay or lesbian, bisexual, you know what transgender, a lot of, like, I feel like kids know more now than what we knew when we were at that age. Like, we might have known we like girls or something, but like, there's just so many layers now. And I feel like, what do they consider, like, Gen Z? Is she considered Gen Z?
I guess, whatever.
I don't know, but like, I feel like they know so much more than what we did. And I don't know, for me, I feel like if my child would have said that, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, no, you can't do that. Like, this is not what you are, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to hear them out. I'm going to let them express themselves to an extent. Am I going to be okay with them wanting to have a sex change? No, I'm not. They are young. If that's something that they feel like they want to do at a later point in life, I'm going to support them. Like, how could I not be supportive? Me, you know, but I do think it is young, but you know, it's not my child. I'm really not in a position. So it's kind of hard to say what I really would and wouldn't do. I'm not a mom, but I also stay in my lane. I also mind my business.
This is true.
And I'm the biggest advocate for it. If you ain't bothering me, baby, you can go be with that elephant. You can go be with a giraffe. As long as we're good over here, you're not harming me.
Mind your business. I think, for one, I do want to clear something up. I don't know if Zaya is transgender, transsexual. I know that Zaya was born a boy, and now, what's the terminology here?
Her pronouns, you know, she identifies as
a woman or female. I guess that's something we could have done some research on. I don't know the ins and outs of that. But I'm just like, baby, like, for one, mind your business. However, on the flip side of that, being that they are in the public eye, Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, their whole family, and they put this out on, you know, on the internet. Obviously people were going to have something to talk about. But if someone addresses you and you have, like, they ask you your opinion on this situation, it's not your business to tell other people how to parent, especially not to bash or have any negative comments to say about anyone's child, let alone something as sensitive as their sexual preferences or their gender identification. Because as a straight man or a straight woman, or even as lesbian women, we don't know the plight of a gay male or a male who is transitioning to a woman. I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
So who am I to tell you how to live your life, how to parent your life, or how you should feel within your own struggles of who you are and your identity? So that's my general take on the whole situation. Now, there is a double standard, and we all know in the LGBT community that it's cool to be the L and the B, but to be the G and the T, all of a sudden it's the issue, mainly with straight black men, the hyper masculine man that just, like, it's cool for you to see two women kissing in the club, but as soon as maybe a more feminine man,
it's fine to see two red bones kissing in the back seat.
Bootsy. Okay.
But if you see two men, it's just like, I feel like if I were to see two females in a straight club kissing, like, it would be like nothing. Or people will be like, hey, let two gay men start kissing on the dance floor in a straight club. Literally, I feel like somebody would try to fight them.
Yeah, the hate will be real.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that that's the situation that they have to deal with, coming from just men that are insecure in your own self. I'll tell you one rapper that has come across with just minding their business and let people live their life. Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates has previously, before this whole Zaya situation, made comments about, hey, that's that man's life or that's that woman's life, and whatever they want to do is fine as long as they ain't hurting me or nobody else or themselves. Then hey.
And I think like WAKA made a comment, and he was like, well, they shouldn't make her seem like a superhero and shouldn't blast it and blah, blah, blah. I mean, they're celebrities. Like, it's going to be out in the news. They're not hiding her. If they're out and about and she's wearing a dress, like, they're going to take pictures. It's not like they literally did. I mean, I know that they have done interviews, but like initially, I don't think it was just like this, like they weren't hiding it. You know what I mean? They were just going about their lives because it's for them, it's normal. It's their normal. So it's okay for them to be their normal and do whatever they want to do. But people are saying, you know, there's such a negative connotation with being gay and lesbian and transsexual and all these things, and y'all are pouring that into our children and XYZ, and y'all are being bad examples. But WAKA, do it with no hands. Do what with no hands? I mean, like, rappers, I mean, let's be real. Like, everything is sexualized. What's about drugs and violence? 9 times out of 10. It's not like y'all out here setting a positive example. And like, y'all are rapping about things that are literally negative, that could harm somebody, or that are over sexualized. It's nasty. You know, don't get me wrong. It's a bop, but I'm grown. You know what I mean? But like, kids listen to that. Like, they know all the lyrics. They know what you're talking about. So how you gonna be mad about somebody literally just living their life, doing their thing, when every single song you drop has something to do with drugs, sex, violence, throwing it back, whatever you want to say?
And I think it's something that, like that comment that Baby's referring to, that he said, oh, you shouldn't make it seem like Zaya is a superhero and people are influenced by that. I think it's quite the opposite, where it's very powerful to just see someone as young as Zaya be themselves in the public eye and take all of this criticism and still shine the way that she does.
Yeah.
Granted, like Baby said in the beginning, we may not agree with having our 12-year-old identify one way or the other, because maybe they don't know. But again, that's the Wade household. But it is a very inspiring thing to look at this young person and see that they're just truly being themselves and they okay with that. In this day and age where everything is about what it looks like and who says what and who thinks what about you, Zaya is being herself, as far as we know. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but it looks very powerful and inspiring, even for someone that isn't LGBTQIAQ, elemental P, whatever. Even for someone who isn't in the community, it's still inspiring for a young person to see that I can be myself and still be accepted. I can be awkward and weird and still be accepted. I can be a geek or a nerd and still be accepted. I can have all of these
for
layers.
everyone at the table.
That's
Start
what the
your own
message
table.
is.
That's the overall consensus. It's like, do you regardless? Like, it's always gonna be somebody who don't like it. Okay.
Do you.
And what? Let's move on. Like,
yeah.
So, okay, so let's talk about now how the whole Charlie, Tammy, WAKA thing, when Charlie told WAKA that she wanted a girl to like walk her in or whatever for her quince or whatever. I forget what it's called. I don't know. Yeah. So basically, Charlie told WAKA that a girl was going to be like her escort or her date to her quince. And from the clip that I saw, WAKA was like, okay, like not a big deal or whatever. But I also saw some other videos where it seemed like he was like embracing her, was like cool with it, like not a big deal, yada, yada, yada. But that I also saw clips where he was pissed that someone that was gay, a gay male, said that you look fresh. And he went off and was pissed, like literally like so angry about that. Then there was a whole Zaya comment, and I think there's some other things that were said. But then again, I feel like that's like the little double standard, like, obviously Charlie is a girl, so I feel like he thinks like it's more okay. But it had been a boy and been like, hey, yeah, you know, JoJo want to go on a date with Nico.
Nico is
that's a
okay.
You know what I mean? Like if he had a son, and if Tammy's daughter was a son, and he was like, yeah, I want to go out on a date with so and so, he would have had the same reaction. I don't know.
It's easy to say what you would do and wouldn't do when you're not in that situation. I'm sure he never wanted a lesbian or bi-curious or whatever daughter. That's not something like nobody really thought about. As a parent. But once it's presented to you, what are you gonna do?
Well, and that's not his daughter. Like, he's married to Tammy. So what? I mean, of course, he is her father figure here. Like, he is her father. You know what I mean? But what are you gonna say?
You can't say nothing.
Exactly.
That's your child. So you're either gonna disown your child, which unfortunately does happen, or you're going to embrace and accept them for who they are and try to support them along the way.
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't want to burn a bridge with Tammy or Charlie. So even if he really did probably feel some type of way, I don't think he really would have. I don't know.
If it was a boy, it would be a different situation.
It would be a different situation. But even in this current situation, I don't think even if he really did feel a way, like he would say something. The cameras are rolling. Like, what is he gonna?
I'm sure they discussed it before.
They did, but like, of course, like, what is he gonna like have like this huge bad reaction on TV? Like, no. Like, I feel like that would like cause a rift in the relationship. He done cheated on Tammy so many times, and then they got married, and I feel like it would just cause more issues in their relationship than they probably already have. So why? If I was him, I'd be like, yeah, shit, whatever you want to do, baby. Like, hey, happy for you. What's the name? You know, like, what's the name? You know what I mean? So, like, what would like y'all thought that he was gonna be like? Man, if that, like, no, that, you know, it's not going down like that.
No
like,
choice but to accept.
That's how I feel. Like, he had no choice, and that's just what he was gonna do.
Yeah, and then I mean, I think he might have genuinely accepted what Charlie's decisions and choices were, but again, that's his child, so it's different when it's your child. It's easy to speak on someone else's situation. Maybe not we speaking on, but I truly feel the way I feel about. I'm gonna accept my child regardless of what they decide to become, as long as they're not harming themselves or anyone else. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. So, but again, hypermasculinity in the Black community is disgusting. It's really disgusting. Y'all feel all these ways about everybody else because it's not what you would do, and
it's just hard. Like, in the whole LGBTQIA community, like, I feel like now things are being normal. I feel like, that interview we watched, one of the guys was like, they're acting like it's normal, or it's becoming normal now. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, acting as if being trans or gay or lesbian or whatever wasn't normal or hasn't been around. I'm like, sir, do you know, like, people, it's been there. Nobody talked about it a long time ago because it was so frowned upon. It was literally illegal. And now we just out here like, hey, hi.
The exposure that the community is getting is on another level because of social media. Mm-hmm. But LGBT conversations were almost treated like were treated worse than mental health conversations when it comes to the black community. Yeah. And those are two things that, for one, they go hand in hand. identifying who you are, knowing what you are, and actually being able to live in that space is like the most freeing thing ever. And there are so many people that live in a bubble or in a box because they can't be themselves, and that's detrimental to their mental health. And those are two conversations that just need to be had in the Black community, period, and need to be accepted, understood, and treated accordingly, not bashed and down talked and making someone feel like they're less than because you disagree with their choices. And let people live their lives. So
yeah, I agree. It's just like, at the end of the day, like I said, just mind your business. Stay in your lane. Worry about you and your kids. That's it.
That's all we got. So we just wanted to discuss that situation. You have some more to add?
No, let us know what you think down in the comments. How would you feel if it was your son or daughter? Do you think Waka was being, sincere about his acceptance with Charlie? Let us know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If there's any other discussions or anything else going on that you want us to talk about, let us know down below. And that's it.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye.